Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We are a few minutes late, but we are live, my friends. Welcome to Wake Up and Barca. We've got an international break coming up, so not a whole lot to talk about Barcelona-wise, but Xavi did have his first week in charge, so I'm sure there'll be a headline or two that we can talk about. We'll go over some injury updates, some transfer rumors, and of course, as you can see by my attire here, it is a big day for USA as we take on Mexico in Cincinnati, where I'm living right now. And as they say, my friends, this is a night for America!
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John.
USA, 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 let's go, let's go. Folks, I'm excited. We're going to talk about Barcelona, of course, but the big time. Here, let me zoom out. You can see my whole outfit here. Let's go, USA, baby. Oh, my friends. I'm excited. Match isn't for another 14 hours, but that's okay. I got a lot of energy. Got a lot of energy to spend for this one. So, first and foremost, rate the outfit 1 to 10. I know what it's going to be rated, but just for formality purposes, rate the outfit 1 to 10. What do we got? Good morning, Culers. Good morning, Levi. And listen, guys, I'm not late, okay? You guys know the show's scheduled at 7, just so everyone can kind of trickle in. I'm not starting the stream by myself. Come on. What are you talking about here? I know, sad news about Aguero. I didn't want to start with that because it's bad vibes, but we'll talk about Aguero. Don't y'all worry, we'll talk about that. Who else we got in here? Nick is with us. Good morning, sir. Terrell, hello. How we doing? 7 out of 10? Are you kidding me? That's harsh. You must be a Mexico fan. That's the only explanation. If you're judging this as 7, I mean, look at this. We got USA hat. We got suspenders. There's a American Eagle on the front, dude. Come on, that alone gets me up to an 8. You guys are nuts with your 7 out of 10. Please, get some fashion sense. Thank you. Levi and Nick coming in with, as Nick said, no bias in those 10 out of 10 ratings. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are great. If there's anyone in here who was just finding us for the first time, despite my attire, this is a Barcelona-based channel where we go over all the morning news coming out of the camp now. We have a little bit of caffeine. We catch up with each other, with the Culers from around the world. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you can be part of the conversation with the Stash Squad, the undefeated community, here on the Undefeated channel. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now that we've done the time change again. Ernest, you hater, get out of here. Terrell from Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, then I understand your rating, my fine sir. Levi says dye your hair red, white, and blue. If there's anything going on down by the stadium that lets you do like a temporary hair dye, I will definitely do that. I'll make that happen for you all. Apparently there's gonna be all kinds of like fun little events and whatnot going on around the stadium pre-match. So we'll get into all that. I'm not going to do anything live. I don't suspect I will anyway. But I will capture some video, and I'll do a little vlog later on. But I was saying Wednesday, I really want to make sure that I'm in the moment, that I'm living my life for this USA match. You know what I mean? I don't want to spend the whole match, oh, let me make sure I get it on film. I want to be there. I want to be in the moment. I'll get some stuff to share it out, but I definitely want to experience it firsthand. Terrell, Mexico are a good side, but you know what? USA, I do believe are a better side, despite a couple big injuries. Reina and Dest are both going to be out. I had a master plan to get Serginho Dest's autograph on my Barcelona jersey. Not happening, as he is not traveling with the club. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about that. Still plenty of big names on the roster. I'm very excited about this young 18-year-old Pepe. I mean, I'm hoping that after today's match, Mexico will be saying, Pepe is my poppy. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping he gets his first international hat trick. I'm hoping that it's a blowout rout and it's just a party in the stadium. Like, as much as I would enjoy an exciting nail biter match, that's always thrilling. I would take a USA rout and just celebrations in the stadium for 2 hours. That'd be cool. Thrawn, good morning. We got 2 folks from Trinidad and Tobago in here. Apparently, I'm starting a little community in Trinidad and Tobago. Who's going to host me when I come and visit? That's the question. Where am I staying? Where are you taking me out to eat? That's the question. That's over to you, Jemal and Terrell, my new friends from TNT. How are you guys feeling about your World Cup chances, by the way? We're halfway through qualifying after this one, I believe, right? Levi asks, why is it in Cincinnati? Well, sir, let me explain to you how America is set up. In America, on the East Coast and the major southern cities, you have a lot of diversity, right? In the Midwest, you have a lot more people who look like me and a lot less Mexicans. So, when USA plays Mexico, they try not to have it somewhere like Dallas or New York or LA or even Chicago. They try to have it somewhere like Columbus, Cincinnati, Kansas. So, you get what I'm saying there? USA has a hard time having home matches because US is a melting pot. It is a very diverse country, which is a great thing. But for the U.S. men's national team, trying to get a stadium full of U.S. men's national team supporters, that is rare. That is hard to do. And against a team like Mexico, where you have all of these Mexican Americans still here that want to support their heritage nation, you know, I can understand some of it. I feel like, I mean, granted, I'm not them, but if my parents were from a different country and I was born here, and I still loved the sport. Well, I mean, I get it. I would if I was Mexican American, I think I would root for Mexico unless they were playing America, and then I'd have to root for America otherwise. But hey, that's not for me to judge. You know, it is what it is. Plus, there's a bunch of people who were not born here that have come over, and they want to support their home country too. It is what it is. I'm hoping for a fun atmosphere. I'm hoping for celebrations going into the stadium from both sides. Music, food, drinking, dancing. That's what I'm in it for. Kudos, you got it right. It's the heartland. Absolutely. Ovi, I appreciate it. I think the suspenders really bring it together. You know what I mean? I like what's going on here. I'm a big fan. Big fan of the suspenders. I might just wear these on the next Tuesday. Just a random Tuesday. It doesn't have to be USA versus Mexico for me to look this good. You know what I'm saying? What else we got? Ernest says, not really a fan of USA, scored us, against us, I'm assuming you're saying. Ernest, you're from Ghana? That's pretty cool. We got a nice little CONCACAF coffee spot. A CONCACAF coffee spot. Right here on the Undefeated channel. I should have blown my nose before this. I got some morning boogies up there. Terrell, I'm originally from West Virginia, which is a state over from where I am right now, but I've been living in Cincinnati for the last 6 years. Yikes. I've been here for 6 years now, which has been pretty fun. Cincinnati's a cool city. If you've never been to Cincinnati, one of the up-and-coming, growing Midwest cities, kind of a medium-sized city. It's not huge. It's no Chicago or New York or LA or anything like that. But it's got some fun stuff going on. And it's big enough to host USA versus Mexico. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, Levi, I mean, there's a lot of layers to people's feelings when it comes to USA Mexico, particularly for Mexican Americans. I don't want to get too much into it on this channel, but there's a lot of social things that go on outside of football that I think influences people's feelings and their support. TW, good morning, sir. Says, have you happened to see Australia latest performances? I haven't. I'm assuming that's where you're from, TW, which is cool. I don't keep tabs on Australian football now, unfortunately. Levi says all the big cities in Ohio start with C. That is true. Cincinnati, Columbus, Cleveland. Outside of that, you do have Akron, which is not a big city, but it's there. Levi says Wisconsin is my favorite. Well, you're the first to say that. Levi, I'm assuming you've traveled over here. What cities or states have you been to? Because U.S. has, it's such a huge plot of land that it's hard to just say that USA is any one thing. You know, you have the East Coast, you have Appalachia, you have the whole Southern culture, you then have the true Midwest, then you get into the mountainous region, and then you have West Coast, and all through that, different kinds of people, different kinds of culture and thoughts and whatnot. I mean, we're all, listen, human beings are like 90% the same these days, right? We live in a global society. We're like 90% the same. It's those 10% differences that we have that make things fun, but also make things a little bit challenging because everyone wants to focus on those few differences and then like treat each other shitty or differently because of it, and that's not cool. So anyway, I don't know why we're going down this route. Probably because I'm wearing all USA stuff, and that just, you know, you get into nationalism and social issues and whatnot. That's not what this channel's about, though. I'm not here to preach about those things whatsoever. I don't have any solutions except just to be cool to people, you know? Maybe start a community where we can all connect on something in common. Like, oh, I don't know, our love for Barcelona. Start meeting people from all over the world. Maybe something like that. Maybe we just do that. Greg, I don't know what you're talking about. This outfit is a 10 out of 10. I look amazing. So if anything, this would be me winning the bet. Hello. But good morning to you. Good morning. Who else snuck in here? Jason, good morning, sir. Levi has family in the New Jersey, New York area. I do too, actually. I've got two aunts that still live in New York. My father is from New York originally, so I've traveled up there quite a bit. My sister actually lived up there for a while. Very cool, very cool. Oh, and Levi said my sister used to live in America. Nice. Okay. Folks, I think we've chit-chatted enough. Why don't I say we take a look at some Barcelona headlines. I appreciate you guys just hanging out, though. Not talking about anything. We're just starting our day. It's an international break. You know what I mean? We're going to go Barcelona news, and we'll jump right here. All right. SB Nation says Xavi in no rush to make Barcelona signings. Well, that's contrary to what everyone has been saying. Everyone's like, oh, Xavi's going to come in and he's going to sign Mbappe, and he's going to sign Haaland, and he's going to sign Pogba, and he's going to sign everybody else who is remotely available and a superstar. Yikes. I heard earlier today that we actually only have like 10 million to spend in January if we want to. I would say just save that money. Why spend 10? Listen, here's my thought. Folks. No,
Ladies and gentlemen.
no, stop doing it. Remember when I told you guys that once I got this Stream Deck that would never happen again? I just have to set it up a little bit differently. I have to figure out a different way. I need to figure out a way to have my intro set up so that I don't have to hit the button to turn it on and then off again. That's all I got to do. And I'm pretty sure I got it figured out. I just have to take the time to do it. I'll just send out that tweet too. That's another thing that I always forget. There's two things. Start the intro, turn off the intro, which I always forget, and then send out the hey, we're live tweet. I forget to do that too. Kudis, you know what we need to start is a counter of how many days I can go without restarting the intro accidentally. Like, you know how factories will have like this many days without injuries. I need to have this many days without some technical production screw up. It'll be at 0 most of the time. I can tell you that. Anyway, what were we talking about? Signings is what we were talking about. Okay, so let's just say, hypothetically, Barcelona have 10 million to spend in January. instead of spending $10 million on a $10 million player. Put that money back in your pocket, okay? Put that right in there. Keep that $10 million until the summer when we get some more funds available. Let's say we have $20 million available in the summer. You take that $10 million that you saved and you buy yourself a $30 million player instead of a 10 and a, instead of a 10 and a 20. Okay? That's my thoughts. You take that $10 million, you save it, you add it onto your summer transfer budget, and then maybe you can buy a big player. Okay? Is anybody with me on this? Am I talking crazy talk, or does this make sense to anybody else? Jamel says Barca should sign Isaac. I've heard that before. Every time I see him play against us, I am unimpressed. I am less than enthused by his performance. So I guess he's got good stats for La Liga, but here's the thing. Barcelona, like, they're a player or two away from winning La Liga, but we are more than that away from winning Champions League. We need a couple of significant upgrades to win Champions League. So bringing in someone like Isaac is not going to move that needle towards Champions League whatsoever. Not going to happen. I always forget to do this too. But for some reason, I don't know why YouTube defaults to top chat instead of live chat. It doesn't make much sense to me, but it is what it is. Greg says, reckon Xavi's the kind of manager that would want to keep any potential transfer dealings out of the public eye, keep it behind closed doors. Maybe. We shall see. I probably agree with you on that one. Xavi's not going to be out there like a Jose Mourinho, trying to manipulate through the media or anything like that. Thrawn says we should try to get Van de Beek on loan. That poor man deserves some chances. I would love to get Van de Beek. I would. I think he'd be a good fit for our midfield. How To Vids loves the outfit. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Jason says Brazil qualified for the World Cup. Good for them. USA is still locking in our spot. A win today is going to be huge. We can actually, again, I know we're here to talk about Barcelona, but if we do CONCACAF qualifiers, and we jump over here and we look at the standings. All right, for right now, Mexico's up over USA. However, big win today puts us even on points, and if we can get a 2-0, you guys, I don't know if you know the history of 2-0, but there was a string of games where USA just kept beating Mexico 2-0, and so the chants in the crowd started going 2-0, 2-0, and so tonight, if USA beats Mexico 2-0, we will be even on points, even on goal differential, and USA will be ahead, first place, because of that head-to-head matchup. Let's go! I'm kind of excited, guys. I don't know if you guys could tell. Kind of looking forward to this game. It's not for another 14 hours, but we're ready to rock. Josh asks, do you think Xavi did the right thing by renewing Roberto's contract? I do. I think Sergio Roberto still has a role to play at Barcelona. I think that he is still a utility player. He can play anywhere in the midfield. He can play right back. You could put him at right wing, but only in like a 4-4-2. I wouldn't put him up there in a 4-3-3. But he's still, listen, La Remontada, okay? Give that man his contract. He's Sergio Roberto sacrificed most of his career in midfield to play right back for Barcelona because that's what we needed. You have to reward a guy like that with a new contract if he wants to stay. You have to. I understand that, How To Vids, but once a word crosses over the American border and comes through my mouth, it gets Americanized, okay? So here in America, the famous Van de Beek is James Van de Beek, and so we say Van de Beek, not Van de Beek, all right? I'm going to pronounce words like an American because here on this channel, we have the red, white, and blue filter on, which means I say words how I want to say words. I speak American on this channel, all right? Now, maybe for the rest of this here episode, I need to talk like this so y'all can hear a different kind of American accent because there's plenty of people who like to say their words with this kind of tone and use this kind of speech. So what y'all think about Sergio Roberto? I don't think he's going to get much time at right back, especially since Barcelona are looking at that that Dani Alves character. He's one of them Brazilian guys that likes to, run around and dance a bit on the field. How annoying would that be if I talked like that for the rest of the episode? Oh my goodness. Culers, do it. Do it, Culers. I think tickets are only like $600 right now. Culers, you got a place to stay if you drive down here, buddy. Actually, anytime you're in Cincy, come hang out, bro. Got a place to stay. We got a guest room. We got a third floor. We got a hot tub out back. Ready to party, bro. Ready to party. Yo, Culers, I just read. Are you talking? That's hilarious. I'm assuming you're calling me that. That's so funny. Let's see here. Levi says the American chants are a bit cringy. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Like, you got cool shit going on in United Kingdom. You guys are doing the same thing. You take nursery rhymes like London Bridge is falling down and stuff like that, and you just swap out the words, or like the Saints go marching in, stuff like that. All soccer chants are kind of cringy. They all come from stealing pop songs, stealing nursery rhymes, stuff like that. Don't talk to me like that. FC Cincinnati has some pretty cool chants, actually. I was really ragging on them early for not having more traditional songs. Like, all of Cincinnati's songs are pretty original, but they've got some really good ones too. I got season tickets this year, and it was a fun time. Sat in the supporter section, got a little wild. It was a good time. Nobody's commenting on my accent. Apparently, they were not impressed by my southern accent. Ambarish, good morning, sir. Levi says we have chants that are illegal to sing. Yeah, I mean, America doesn't go that hard in the public settings because it's a family atmosphere usually at these soccer games. Do I go for a Prem team? I love the Premier League. It's my favorite league to watch. And there are teams that I will root for, from time to time. Right now, if I had to pick one, Chelsea, just because of Pulisic. But I love watching Liverpool. I love watching Man United, Man City. Tottenham can be fun from time to time. And then you have all those mid to lower level teams that are fun to watch sometimes too, like an Everton or a West Ham. I know they're climbing up the table this year. But yeah, it's English Premier League is definitely my favorite league. Always says, guys, something is happening. John called football as soccer. I told y'all that once words come over here to America and we put them in the American language, it's Americanized. It no longer exists outside of being Americanized. So yes, your football becomes our soccer. And actually, if y'all want to look up the history, all right, somebody fact check me on this one. You can do the history. Apparently, back in the day, y'all Englishmen used to call it soccer. So we started calling it soccer, but then y'all changed it. Y'all started calling it football, but we kept calling it soccer. And it was something about the SOC. There was like an association or it was an acronym of some kind, like SOC. And so then from that acronym, people who were playing under that acronym started to be called soccers, So really, the English came up with the name soccer. They just changed it on us. Didn't happen to tell nobody. We missed that memo. We didn't get that overseas. I think maybe the English were still a little upset over that whole tea incident. I know they really lost out on that one in that their horror over in Boston. But from my understanding, it's still an English word, and it's actually more original. So y'all are, a bunch of new age hipsters calling it football when originally it was called soccer. Garage? Why would I say garage? Levi, you live in West Ham? You're living in West Ham currently? Aren't you from Northern Ireland? I just assumed that you were there that whole time. TW says, I hear a lot of Americans say they go for Chelsea for that same reason. It's hard not to, because we don't have, well, we do have quite a few now, but for the longest time, you just didn't have a lot of Americans actually playing in Europe. And so once you got Pulisic over there, I mean, it was fast. Over the last 4 years, Pulisic, McKennie, Reyna, Adams, Dest, my goodness, excuse me, Dest. Aronson now is breaking out in Europe. Who else am I missing? Josh Sargent. I'm not a huge fan of him. Tim Weah. I mean, we've got a lot of players. Who's our left back? Anthony Robinson. Our goalkeeper, Zach Steffen. There's 10 players right there that are top European clubs. Oh, you're saying you love West Ham. I got you, Levi. Levi, have you ever watched the movie Green Street Hooligans? Have you ever seen it? Culers also says Chelsea games might be the easiest to get in the U.S. Premier League games right now are the easiest to get in the U.S. Ever since 2013, they've been the easiest to get. What else? Josh says, have you found any difference in Xavi's training sessions from Coleman? Apparently, they're much more intense. You got to arrive a lot earlier. But I haven't seen any footage yet. Chima, how we doing? I am doing just fine. I'm excited for tonight's match. How are you, my friend? Levi has seen it, yeah. Yeah, it's a good movie. I haven't seen it in probably like 10 years or something like that. Heartbreaking movie at the end. Eey. Spoiler alert, but very good movie. Have I ever heard of the Chelsea greeting? I have not. I feel like I'm walking into a trap with that one. I have not heard of the Chelsea greeting before. Real quick, because we're going to wrap up the show here soon. I know we didn't really talk about it, spend a lot of time on it. Kun Aguero might be retiring from football. It's very sad. Apparently the heart condition that they discovered might be more serious than what they expected. And so in these next 3 to 4 months, they're going to do a lot of tests, but he is right now a doubt for ever playing football again. So my heart goes out to Kun Aguero and his family. I know that's got to be heartbreaking. That's got to be tough to deal with. So health first and foremost. I hope that he gets to recover and live a very long life. If he ever gets to play football again, I certainly hope it's for the Blaugrana. At the very least, he got to score an El Clasico goal. So that's cool for him. But I certainly hope him a speedy recovery. And, yeah, just all the well wishes to Kun Aguero. Love you, bro. All right, folks. With that out of the way, I think we're going to wrap up today. What are we going to do? I'm going to go to the match today. I'm going to be hanging out. I'll videotape some stuff. So we'll get a little vlog out some point over the weekend, I'm sure. We're going to be doing a live Wake Up in Barca on Monday. And then does Barcelona play midweek? Let me check the schedule here. I don't think we do. I don't think we play again. Yeah, we don't play again until the 20th. So we've got a full week of Wake Up in Barca episodes until we get to that match against Espanyol. It's going to be a nice little Catalan derby there. Saturday, November 20th. We'll be live here on the channel. But before that, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we've got Wake Up in Barca right here on the Undefeated channel with Culers from around the world coming together to hang out, start their day the right way, having conversations with the Stash Squad. Very exciting stuff. And it will be the first match for the Xavi era. Chima asking what my expectations are for Xavi. Just to bring back a positive energy and to bring back the Barcelona philosophy. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm hoping for. But we got to be patient, my folks. Okay, I'm going to hop off. I've got some work to do before we get to this match. I've got a half day. So I'm going to pump out some work things, get the day going before I get to this game. Folks, keep your fingers crossed for me. It's going to be an exciting one. USA versus Mexico, always a heated battle. And Kudus, you're right. Consistency. That's what we need. We've been up and down this year, especially defensively. Clean sheets are hard to come by. So that's what I'm hoping. Folks, thanks for starting your day with me. I really do appreciate it. I was just telling my wife yesterday that when we first started this, almost 6 months ago, something like that. Started out with like 3-ish people coming in and hanging out for these morning shows. And now we're up to like 12, 15 people that come out and regularly hang out. I very often get 18 to 20 people at the peak of this. So thank you to all the core people that come and start your day with me, and to anyone who's new, just starting out, make sure you subscribe so you can be part of the conversation. I love you all very, very much. Thank you for tuning in and taking a ride. I'll see y'all next time.